So this video I did was a interview with Sean Zatorsky. He is a vocalist for Dååth. He has done keyboards and backing vocals with Chimaira in 2011. That's how I met Sean. And he also continued to do a band that was Sinsaenum, that was with Jordison of Slipknot. He's got many projects going on. This was an absolute pleasure to do an interview with Sean. Sean, thank you so much for doing the interview. Just wanted to get that shout out. And for all of you that are tuning in, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to leave more information on how to check out more of Sean's projects on here at the end of the video, and they will also be linked in the comments. So thank you guys. Enjoy the video. And so you were with Chimaira with the Age of Hell and Crown of Phantoms. You did that run with them too as well. Mm-hmm. One thing I'll never forget on tours with you on that one was, so correct me if I'm wrong, and I think I remember this correctly, but you were like a big Back to the Future fan.
Oh yeah, right? I mean, bro. Yeah. Hey, you know what's really funny is I know you're about to go there, but I still have the thing that the guy gave me from that fucking time we went.
That's so awesome. I have my Hot Wheels one that I get. Yeah, I got the small Hot Wheels one too.
Yeah, same. I got the let's see, I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. This is the one that the dude actually gave me because he knew I was a fan. And this one they never officially made. And this was it's actually a production sample. Let's see, where is it? It's right there. Yeah, it's actually coated with the production sample stamp on it. So that was a big moment for me, man. It's funny because I've seen that shit on TV so much. I saw a huge like behind the scenes about DeLorean, and they were talking about the electric car. I'm like, we were there.
Yeah.
We were there, man.
And I think I got like didn't we get the like little DeLorean the little mount thing, like the
Oh, it's on my car. Yeah, it's still in my car. So I ripped off the Camry, so mine says Toyota DeLorean. And then it's like
that's awesome.
Still have it, bro. Still have it.
Yeah. Dude, that was cool. That was fun. I was like, I'll never forget that.
Yeah, like I guess like 8 in the morning or something. I was like, everybody up if you want to go. And I remember a couple people were like, fuck it. And I'm like, where are we? Oh, we're at the DeLorean factory. Like, I'm up. Let's do this.
Yeah, so it was Big John.
Yeah, Big John. He was the one that hooked that up. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, that was the shit, man. I really got to say that was a special moment for me. I still tell people about that, and I still show those photos all the time to people. So awesome. I completely forgot that you were there. That's right. I'm sorry. That's great.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. That was during the Age of Hell. You know, Rob and Matt were still in the band days.
Yeah,
that was a way back.
Very beginning. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah,
right on. Yeah, that was good times. We did a lot of that stuff too. So I again back to pronouncing bands wrong. So it's Sinsaenum, correct?
Correct.
Am I saying that right?
It's not Sinsaenum, it's Sinsaenum.
Sinsaenum. Okay, awesome. I'm glad I'm saying it right.
It's insane, and I forget what it was. It was like insane and
sanity.
Yeah, it was like insane and so I forget what the two words that he combined together. It was a Joey thing. It was Joey and Fred. They kind of came up with those two on their own. Yeah, it was sin and insane. That's what it was. So it was Sinsane.
Oh, okay,
It was like Sinsane, and then the UM just seemed to work out perfectly. So.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Right on. Yeah. Joey was a cool dude, and I got to meet him a few times. He was always just super awesome. Good dude.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. Yeah, I mean, I miss him for sure. Yeah. I spoke with him many times during the months, especially once we finished touring. And I always kept in touch with him just because he was, a childhood, idol of mine, as he was everybody's, of course. So,
absolutely.
Initially, when I first met him, I think I spent most of the time just like, hey, so that first time that you guys played, hey, so what was it like when you guys got signed? Hey, so tell me about your first show. Like, hey, so tell me about, like, dude, it was a lot of that. I'm sure he was tired of it. But then by the end, when we actually finally got the tour together, it was cool because he was always with me because I was the other American, because the other guys are French and then Hungarian and so whenever we traveled, we always traveled like buddy. We'd always sleep in the same room. You know, we'd travel from plane to plane. You know, we'd always be in the same seats. So, you know, we definitely had a lot of bonding moments where I was able to just like actually be his friend and, you know, help him out and hang out with him and just talk cats and life and, you know, girls. And, you know, it was a very, very amazing time. You know, part of me like sometimes would look down and be like, how the fuck did I get here? Like I'm in a hotel room with Joey Jordison in the band with them when they're middle of the tour, and I'm just like picking his brain about, you know, life and, you know, there when he needed it, if he had something to talk about, or, you know, like it was a very, very close friend. You know, I definitely considered him, and, you know, when he passed, awesome. I definitely was extremely sad, man. I can't even explain it.
Right. Well, my heart goes out to you, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, to that moment. Man.
I appreciate it.
Big loss. So, anyways, so you're kind of, that legacy is moving forward, correct? Like the band is still going to keep going.
Of course, we pretty much wrote the next album, and the sad part is Joey didn't have a chance to lay down any drums on it because we had already written it during COVID, and we were literally at the point where, you know, I rolled through my text messages and it was like July 14th. I'm like, hey man, you want to, you know, how many songs you want to send? You know, you want to hear some of these? You know, what do you think? You want to start piecing stuff together? And he's like, yeah. Send them. You know, and then it was only like a few days after that he passed away. So it was really sad that we were already starting the steps of getting him recorded and having him listen to the songs and put his ideas down. And unfortunately, he passed. You know, so he didn't really have any input on the third album, but he did get a chance to hear some of the songs. But we do have a replacement. I mean, we've been through many people, but I can't like say anything about any of that. But I know that we will continue on. And the songs are fucking amazing. You know, they really are. They were some of like the heavier stuff. But the funny thing is we were writing it to be more Slipknot-esque, where the second album was very much like that, but we kept the death metal roots. And then the new album was still keeping the death metal roots, but it had that like cut time on the drums and on the guitars, and, you know, we still kept black metal elements to it. So it was really cool, and it still will be cool, but it's just sad that he won't get to be a part of this one, you know? Right.
Absolutely. Well, at least you're keeping that legacy going. That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, of course. It's important. That's what, like, honestly, it's cliche as fuck to say, but that's literally what he would have wanted. Like, I mean, he's just one of those guys that was just like die hard, bleed, shit, cry metal, you know, and, you know, he definitely just said, you know, carry it on, you know. So that's what we intend to do at some point. Once we kind of slow down. I know Fred's busy with Creator, and Attila's off with Mayhem, and I think Fred and Steph, who are the main guitar writers, they're also in a band, Loud Blast. So they're doing that, and there's a lot of just, everyone's kind of busy with their own projects at the moment, you know. So when the time's right, the time is right. You know, I'm not trying to rush it. I've got so much stuff coming out soon. So,
I see that.
Yeah,
I've been keeping up with you, and I'm looking. I'm like, God, man, Sean is so busy.
Yeah. Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were just out of country doing. What were you doing?
I was in Budapest. I shot 2 music videos for my upcoming project, Vented, which is, I know, very similar to Vended, but the thing about it is Joey actually did help write this, some of this stuff for this band. He also helped name the band. He helped with the logo. He was the original drummer who I had to play drums. Like, I spoke to him. We had one song called Vitriolic, which I thought was fucking perfect. It literally sounded like it came off of Iowa. I'm like, Joey, this one's for you. So now I got to hurry up and get this shit out so that Slipknot doesn't come out with a song called Vitriolic, because I seriously feel like they already have one, or they're going to have one. I'm going to be like, fuck!
Man.
Yeah, but the album's amazing. And then, you know, he passed. So we actually originally asked Ernie from, Ernie Iniguez, who is in Suicide Silence now, but he just got so busy. It was really tough. So then it was like, shit, what are we going to do? So I called Austin, Almonds, and, you know, Austin played drums on it, and he fucking slayed it, man. It's, I mean, geez, it's just, you know how he plays drums. I mean, my God.
Austin's just...
Yeah, I mean, he took it to the next level. It's one of my favorite drumming albums. I mean, I know it's jaded to say that, but it is one of my favorite drumming albums I've heard in a long time. Just like what he did over it, because the music is also very Slipknot. This album really does sound a lot like Iowa. I mean, it really has that just like Iowa, so aggressive, and the vocals that I put down are, there's a lot of those like, you have a lot of those like build up screams that like Corey would just randomly do. But it's in my own style because that's just how I sound naturally, and he was a huge influence on me. So I tried to kind of tried to do it a little bit in my own way. And yeah, I mean, dude, just what Austin did was incredible, man.
Oh, that's good to hear, man. I'm glad. I saw pictures of that, and I saw like some of the posts, and I recently went and saw the Vinted page. I think it was Instagram and one on Facebook.
Yeah,
I went ahead and followed those and saw some of the posts, and I was like, "Wow, this is cool. This is awesome."
It's
so
like, we have
I'm excited about that.
We have this like sneaky way of doing things where we're just going to try to do whatever we can without making any announcements. So there were no announcements really made. We may push some stuff on our pages, but I haven't actually pushed any of the metal sites because we still need the rest of the content to fall into place. So, once the video is done and it's been put together and edited correctly, we'll do one of those where we do a release schedule. We'll put out a teaser, we'll release the video, or release the song, release a playthrough, and then, follow suit with the second video. And each one of those should hopefully, get like a nice little push. I'll kind of cash in some favors.
Cool.
Trying to get it out there, but I'm waiting because it's tough to be like, hey, come check it out, but like I don't have anything to really show you yet. So the people that have followed it have just followed it based on pure faith at this point.
Yeah. Or someone like me that knows you guys and just, of course, you guys are buddies, and I want to keep tabs and want to see how you guys are doing.
I appreciate it, man. Well, Austin fucking loves it, man, and hearing his enthusiasm on it also, like relights the fire. And every time we talk, it's just like, God, man, I'm ready to release this. Like, I know, but we gotta wait. Nobody knows who it is, so there's no rush. There's not like a time frame we have to meet. It's more just whenever it's right and all the ducks are in a row, so to speak. Then we'll drop the release.
Cool. Yeah, man. Awesome. I'm excited for that. I can't wait to hear it. That's good.
I'll send you some stuff, man. I got a couple. I have the full album finished. And I kind of tried to take a different approach. I know the mask also seems cliche, but I wanted it to be, nobody else has one but myself and my buddy Kevin Shrednep. Kevin Penders actually is his name. He did, he made the mask for me. And when we kind of came to an idea of what to do, I was like, I want it to be my face, so it almost looks like I have makeup on. But I want it to be like two separate halves. I want one to just be the disgusting half, still alive, and one to be like the dead half. So it kind of plays into like Leatherface and Phantom of the Opera, kind of mixed with my own little style. So
right. I think I might have a pic of it, maybe. I think.
We'll
see. Is it this one real quick here?
There it is. Yep. Yeah. So that mask is quite. There it is. Yeah, it's quite grotesque. It's funny because it actually has one of his real baby teeth in it. That's like what the white thing you see right here. That's his baby tooth. And then he took this like material and made this kind of mustache part where you can almost like not really tell that it's a mask, which I think he just did a brilliant job. And then on the top here is the actual like vented logo. So,
Oh, wow.
It's meant to be kind of scary and disgusting. And I really played on that trypophobia.
Okay. Right.
Like I showed it to people and they're just like, oh, I need to itch my face. I'm like, yeah, you know how it is.
That's really rad. I was kind of looking at that. I think you posted another picture of it. It was probably on your personal page or something, and I saw that mask and I was like, wow, dude, that's pretty rad. That's a really cool looking mask, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's good because it I don't know, it's a part of me, so it's not like I don't know. It's not just some random mask of just some random. It's not bullshit. Random. Yeah, it's actually me.
Right.
That's why I find that it really holds some like real deep personal. It's like me inside on a mask,
So, just what general question someone was asking, Alyssa, she was asking, how are the COVID restrictions? How did that really what was the biggest impact? Like that obviously impacted the music industry itself in a nutshell, but it impacting you when it was really kind of like, I guess, new, I guess you could say, and there was a lot more restrictions that were happening. What were some of the things you were doing? Like, were you recording albums? Like, were you working on music? Were you taking up a hobby? Did you start going fishing? Like, did you do something? Like, what was going on?
No, there was a lot of like Sinsaenum hype kind of going on. We had finished that last tour, and we had the year to kind of settle, and we were going to start writing again, and we were talking like when we're going to get to the studio, and how the flights and the arrangements and where I would go to record vocals, where all that would take place. And obviously then that kind of hit out of nowhere. So at that point, I think we put everything on hold because nobody could leave, and then it was just so much uncertainty surrounded it. So any musical projects I had or travel plans had all been put aside. I was supposed to go to Europe, and just I was like, oh well, we'll come back at another time. And obviously, I just got back, and I actually was supposed to go in March of this last year to do the same thing, but I actually tested positive for COVID. Even though I felt fine, I had to do the PCR test.
Yeah.
I couldn't fly because you have to have proof of a negative test to fly. So it's like, well, fuck, man. So it just felt like the universe just kept like keeping me out of Europe. But it finally did happen this last time, and like the masks mandates have lifted, and you didn't even need a COVID test to get into Hungary. So it made it a lot easier to go. I took up some stupid hobbies, for what it's worth. When those stimulus checks came in, I bought a VR headset. I started getting really heavily into VR. I bought rollerblades. Nice. I like started rollerblading again.
That's awesome.
And I used my stimulus check at that point to buy like a studio setup so I could do vocals, and I needed like a real mic, a real preamp, a real DAW, and some real plugins. And about $1,400 later, man, I've recorded, like I said, whatever it was, 130, 140 songs on my home rig. So I got really into the home thing. I started so many bands. I even started another band with Austin that I don't think we can say anything about, because I just don't think we can say anything about it. But they sent me they sent me 13 songs or 14 songs, and I finished them in 7 days.
Wow.
It was just like crushed through them, man. Some really
impressive.
Good riffs. Yeah, some really good riffs.
Wow. So just filling it. Just
kept the vocals going. That was really the big thing. Just kept screaming. We demoed a bunch of Sinsaenum stuff. I actually did a song called Patient Zero that I don't think will ever see the light of day, but it was an amazing song, and there was even like singing vocals. It was so good. But,
oh wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
But obviously all that stuff got pushed back. So.
Right. Okay. So there's Greg Smith that's on here right now.
Yeah.
Greg was known as Gregfoot. You know Gregfoot, right?
I do know Greg, yeah.
Yeah. So Greg was on here. He has a question.
Yeah.
He's like, how does he make the sounds with his voice? Everyone has a style and a way that they create those sounds. Just curious on how he does it. That's his question.
I guess it really depends on the style. I try to, as I've gotten older, always adapt to whatever the latest style is, and hate it or love it, I can do a little deathcore here and there, but it's not. I really only like to pepper it in because it's not my favorite vocal style. There's just a lot of nothingness going on, but as far as making the sounds, it really just depends on what. Screaming wise, like any scream, it all has to do with the shape of your mouth, and kind of closing off your throat and forcing a lot of air through. For my actual scream, it's like a very kind of strained voice. I think it's that fry where you're like make a muscle and like trying to clear your throat, but then you open your mouth and put some air behind it, so it's like you have more of a controlled strain, I guess is the best way to put that. And then the death metal, that comes from the bottom of my gut, and that usually is the loudest of the bunch. And I typically come from as low as I can from my gut, and I'm very much using the kind of second bag of air, where you kind of work on your chest as an accordion, and you have that second bag of wind in your stomach, and you just kind of let all the air out at once.
Wow. Yeah.
So it tends to be very loud, and I run out of breath very easily. So, it's funny when you're doing vocals. It's just it's like you're in Lamaze class, like.
Yeah.
It feels like all I do. And then fries and some of the falsetto stuff, like the Randys, and you can do the lows, like wah. And then you have black metal, and again, it's all just how you shape your mouth, and how you stick your tongue out, and where you place your tongue in your mouth, I think, is how you make all of the sounds. Deathcore is the same way. Yeah, you take your tongue and touch the back of your teeth, and you just make that. You make that like cavity in there. And then black metal stuff is more like, yeah. It has more like that open mouth, get your tongue out, like really stretch that vocal
show that
cord.
Tongue. Right.
So there's a ton of those, man. I mean, I try to do all the screams, really. I try to incorporate everything that is in my range.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah. So just in that little bit you saying stuff, I was like, wow, okay, I never knew that. And like the way you're like, yeah, you put your tongue here at the top of your mouth, and I'm like, wow, I never thought of it that way. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and
that's
they do a lot of like the deathcore guys will like make that mouth where you're almost like creating this like cavity where this is where all the noise goes, and you're kind of pulling your tongue back a little bit. They do that. But the thing I've learned about a lot of the deathcore screams is they do them real low. So they'll crank the mic, and they'll just get like an insane dB level, and they'll put it right here, like
yeah.
It's all technique. I mean, at this day and age, I find that it's just all about what the song calls for. I like to kind of have options.
Right. Nice. Right on, man. That's awesome, Sean. I appreciate that, man. That's a great answer, man. Dude.
Yeah, anytime.
What was probably like, I don't know, what's like one of the craziest like stories that you have, like road stories, maybe like something that was it could either be like funny or just insane or whatever. What's one, what's one off the top of your head?
I don't know, man. There's just so many in the top of my head. I mean, so many good ones. Just one of the funnier moments of my career was when we did. Yeah, were you there when we did Australia with Chimaira? You were there.
Yes.
I don't know if you were in on the joke with Jens Kidman from Meshuggah, and Mark and I. Every time we went somewhere, we would always try to capture a photo of him in real life situations. So. Like you'd see Jens over to the right, and like Mark would look that way, and like he would be right here, and then I'd take a photo of Mark. Or like we see him at Burger King ordering, it's like, and here he is ordering food at Burger King. And getting on the plane, it's like he also rides planes like normal people as well. Like I don't know, just so many dumb moments, man. So many stories I could tell. I don't know. Most of them, I feel like most of them have to deal with like really scary planes, or like we're about to die, or getting robbed.
Right.
Or, there's always some fucking craziness. I think getting robbed really sucked. Having my passport stolen, my wallet, my fucking livelihood. While we were in Mexico, so that was tough to.
I remember that. I wasn't there on that one, but I remember it.
That was tough, man. I mean, I played some amazing shows as well. When Dååth got to play with Slayer, I mean, that was fucking, we did like a 10 show run with Slayer across Germany. So that was, I mean, it was fucking amazing. I mean, that's really all you can say about it. But, I don't know. Most shows that I played with Joey were, obviously, because I didn't get to do many. So any of the few that we did in that 90-day run or whatever were just, everyone was amazing. It's just like to look back there and see him back there, and hear him tell stories and praise my vocals or something. It would just be like, fuck, man, so unreal. I think those are the moments that stuck with me the most. I don't know why, but those particular ones were some of my favorites.
He's like, what is some of the craziest tour riders you heard of? I'm like, I heard the one with the cottage cheese and the helmet, that kind of thing.
I've heard some dumb shit like that. Yeah, like I want like 1,000 gummy bears. Like it has to be exactly 1,000. Like
right.
Like I know people that just ask for gummy bears on riders. Like it's just so crazy to me. And I'll be like, can I have some of your gummy bears? Like, no, these are our gummy bears. Like, damn, my bad.
Right. I don't know who it was, but someone was like, I need a great white shark or something. And like, or I don't know, there's some crazy ones. And I think some of those are in place there because they know if those bowl of green M&Ms, only green, are on the table in that room, if they see that, they know everything's there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yep. Yeah.
Because it's the off the wall crazy stuff. They're just
In
like,
Aussie,
yep, everything's here, green
stage,
M&Ms.
you remember Wayne's World? Unless you had a brandy glass full of brown M&Ms. Yeah, man. That's the best.
So good. Well, Sean, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for
appreciate you having me on, man.
Yeah, dude, it's good to talk to you. Maybe I don't know, I need to get out, do some stuff sometimes. You know, I even told Austin, I was like, I need to make a trip out to LA and just say hi, hang out for a second, you know, a day or two.
For real, dude. Yeah, that'd be great.
On a weekend, you know, or something. I don't know. And I got some friends in Atlanta as well. Because you're still in Atlanta, correct?
Always, yeah. You're more than welcome to hang. Right anytime, man. Anytime. Yeah,
be cool to say hi.
Well, I got a lot of stuff coming up, man. You know, I got Vented, I got Dååth. I got Sinsaenum. You know, I'm obviously always writing with Velocitor.
Right.
And just so many things coming down the pipeline, man. So just be on the lookout.
Right.
And appreciate all the support and everything, man.
Absolutely. And I will repost this. I'm going to do like probably an edited version and repost it on my YouTube channel. And I'll like set up all the links that you're involved with, bands, information on Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff.
I appreciate it.
I'll make sure those are all set up, and I'll send you a link for it. And that way you can have a copy of it and everything. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that sounds great, man.
Absolutely. Cool, man.
Awesome.
Sean, thank you so much, dude.
Thanks, Jerry. Yep.
I'll speak soon. Appreciate you, sir.
All right, man. Take care, buddy.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
And I still have I'm so bad about it, but I do have the kangaroo nuts somewhere around.
That's amazing. I remember, I remember, dude. I
gotta get those around. I had so much stuff packed in a room, man, when like all this stuff happened with my parents, and like I'll get to it. I'm gonna get it sent out to you. I promise, man.
That's all right, man. I appreciate it, dude. You rule, man.
Absolutely.
I hope you're good. All right, be safe.
Yeah,
right,
you man. Too, buddy. Take care, bro.
Right. See you, man.
Later, man. Well, that's it, guys. I appreciate you guys sticking around and checking out the video. Definitely like the video for me. It helps the algorithm. Also, I hope you guys enjoyed the interview with Sean Zatorsky. I had a great time. And again, Sean, thank you so much for being on my show. I'm going to leave the information as far as his projects that he's in the description. So you guys check that out. If you want to find out more information about what's going on with either Sinsaenum or with Vented, go ahead and check out those links in the description. For more information, go check out Vented at Facebook.com/Vented Music. Go ahead to their page, give them a like. You know, if you guys have any questions, I'm sure you can send them a message here. And if you're wanting to go check out Sinsaenum, you can go check them out at www.sinsaenum.com. Appreciate you guys. Have yourself a wonderful day, and thank you again for checking out the video. Take care, everyone.